lovelies. It's been a while since I last gave you guys an update on my weight loss journey. Yeah. I will have to say I was doing good. And then I crashed and burned and I gained the weight that I lost. So I lost 5 and then I gained 4 and I was devastated and too sad about it. I did forgive myself. I gave myself a lot of grace, which is a good thing because usually on when I go up and down, when I'm not continuing on with the momentum, I'm not giving myself grace and I just give up and everything like that. But I refuse to give up. And I end up getting a book called Hormone Reset. I hope you can see it. And I tried this this little reset diet twice, and I failed twice. But I end up learning that I have an issue. I have a sugar craving issue. I have a gluten issue, and I have a dairy issue. And if I don't have it, I will indulge when I do have it. So I decided to have a balanced diet and work on maintaining a healthy workout, on getting the cardios and stretching and everything like that because it's the most stressful time of the year as a school psych. The second half of the year is just crazy. So that way I can continue on working on that, but also continue working on the mindset. So I feel like the mindset for weight loss is very important. It's great to be in a caloric deficit. It's great to work out. It doesn't mean anything if your mindset isn't right. So that's the first new thing. So I am proud of my mindset and working towards that and just being forgiving, being someone that's forgiving of myself. I can go into that a little bit more maybe in another video, but I just wanted to give that quick update from week 3 all the way to week 12 or whatever week it was because I don't have my journal because I'm not in my usual location. I'm traveling. It's a well needed travel. So I did that for a bit. So hopefully that can give you some updates on what's going on with me and why I fell off the wagon. But I am working on one, just making sure I have a good mindset and having a good healthy relationship with food. So I'm not indulging when I am stressed out or sad or whatever. So it's no emotional eating because there's something else I learned. I am an emotional eater. So none of that. And just work on being kind to myself and providing the nutrition that I need in a well balanced meal. So have a lot of veggies, fruits, veggies, and I learned that from this book and from working with different people and that the best type of fruit has to be the fruits that have in the low glycemic index. So those are your berries, strawberries, blueberry, raspberry. You can have all of those because the sugar intake on those type of fruits is way lower compared to other fruits like a mango that's high in sugar or a banana that's high in sugar, even though it is a fruit, but it's just too much sugar for you to consume. Sorry. But right now, I'm just trying to make sure I'm good to myself, kind to myself, and just making sure there's a high fiber intake in my diet. So when I do try this for the third time, I will be successful. Because it does call for like having a high fiber intake. So eating a lot of vegetables, lots and lots of veggies. Veggies are your friend because in this diet, you will go through a 3 days no sugar, then a 3 day no fruits, which is like a killer, And then you go 3 days no gluten. So yeah, but there's a reason why, because each type of food group that you're stop eating for 3 days until you reach 21 days. So you start 3 days not eating. For example, the first 3 days is no meat. You don't eat meat, and then you move on to no sugar, but you still don't eat meat. So it's like you build on top of that, so that way you can tackle certain hormones that's impacted by eating that type of food for the woman body. So yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to complete this hormone reset diet. It's a challenge, and I am willing to complete this. And when I do, I'll invite you guys along. So it's a great way to be compatible and also to share my journey and document it and make sure I'm doing well. Um, After just being having a well balanced meal, I make sure I have a lot of veggies. It's a good amount of proteins. My carbs are my veggies, but if I do have like a different carbs like potatoes or rice or stuff like that, I make sure I have a good amount of veggies with the diet, which is great. This is TMI, but I'm not constipated anymore. Because I'm eating food that's high in fiber, and when you eat stuff that's high in fiber, it pushes everything out. So, which is great. It's good to know you have a regular bowel movement after every meal. It's a good thing. We don't want toxin inside our body. And noticing the belly go down just a little bit because the toxin's coming out, which is great. But that's something to work on, and drinking more water. So it's like drinking more water, eating more veggies, and making sure I move the body on a regular basis. So I'm just doing that for 4 weeks and tracking myself to see how I'm doing. And it's more of a reset for me, for being mindful, being kind to myself, being having a well balanced plate when eating food, not snacking all the time, making sure my meals is high in protein, high in fiber. And when it's like that, I'm not eating stuff that's filled with sugar. And if I do, I know it's because my meal wasn't well balanced and I'm stressed out and I want sugar. So I know I'm only going after sugar when I'm stressed out. So I make sure my meals are well balanced, and if just in case if I need sugar, I do pack certain fruits. It used to be strawberries, but I do have right now some mandarins because it's sweet. I know it's not the low glycemic fruit, but it is a fruit. It was on sale. I got it. But yeah, that's what's up with me. I hope you are trekking along, and I will give you a little review of this book so you can get some ideas in the concept that comes out of this book and how it can benefit you. And also, if you're interested in reading it,